Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? What's up? Who's here right now? Okay, we got some people here. What's up, everyone? My name's Frank. Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today's Horror Talk Wednesdays episode, I think 46. What's up, everyone? What's up? Dominic St. Clair says, hey, what's up, Dominic? How you doing, bro? Glad to see you here. You're a great actor, man. Can't wait to work with you again. Super Game Goblin says, hey, bro, what's up, Super Gamer Goblin? How you doing? Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, everyone. Let's get it up to 20, guys. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Kirk Learn says, I'm ready for Halloween. So am I, bro. I already decorated my house. I still got a few more things to put up, though. But I already decorated most of my house. Super Gamer Goblin says, same. Awesome. Totally, yeah. Halloween, bro. Halloween. To me, September is also like a kind of like a, it's like an extension, kind of like a, I still consider September kind of like a precursor to Halloween, you know? That's why I like putting up my decorations in September. So I could have them like 2 whole months straight, you know? Twisted Emo said, hi, what's up, Twisted Emo? How you doing? Let's smash the thumbs up, guys. Super Gamer says, watched Conjuring Rise last night. I liked it. Awesome. I haven't gotten the chance to see it yet. I have not gotten the chance to see it yet because I kind of got like a job now working somewhere. And yeah, I've kind of like, it's like a part-time job right now though. But yeah, I sometimes got to go in, and not every day, but every other day I got to go in and do stuff. So I haven't gotten the chance to like go to the theater, you know? I haven't had the chance, but I'm gonna try to go maybe sometime this weekend or something, you know, when I'm free. Super Gamer Goblin says, hey guys, hi guys, what's up? Super Gamer Goblin. Tustimo says, tomorrow I'll be going bowling, practice with my friends. That's awesome. That's awesome. I haven't gone bowling in a few years, dude, in a while. There used to be a bowling alley like close to my neighborhood, but it's gone. Tustimo says it's fun. Yeah, it is fun. It is fun. Bowling? Hell yeah. Tustimo says, by the way, I finished doing a Jason Lives Part 6 mask with my dad. Awesome. Awesome. Hey, you should post it, Twisted Emo. You should post that Jason mask. I want to see what it looks like. Super Gamer Goblin says, "Hey, heck yeah! Sadly the one closest was 12 miles and they closed down. Yeah, mine too. My bowling alley was like not that far. It was like, I don't know, probably like a few blocks down from where I lived, but it's gone now as well." Leroy Lorax says, "My birthday is in 6 days. Happy early birthday, Leroy Lorax! Everyone, say happy birthday to Leroy Lorax. Everyone say happy birthday to Leroy Lorax. Happy early birthday, bro. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. We're almost up to 20. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Dominic St. Clair says, thanks, bro. I appreciate that, bro. I always try my best. Awesome, bro. Hell yeah. I can't wait to work with you when Halloween ends. Can't wait to work with you when Halloween ends, bro. It's going to be sick. We should start shooting in like the next 2 weeks or something. I'll send you the script. I just haven't had time to type it, bro. I've been busy. Kirk Learn says, I'm ready for Scream 7, but do not know why I did not have Jennifer Tega in it. Jennifer Tega? That's funny, though. But yeah, I'm ready for Scream 7 as well. Looks like it's gonna be interesting. And yeah, Jenna Ortega's not in it because supposedly because of Wednesday scheduling, she says, you know, that's why she couldn't make the movie because supposedly Wednesday scheduling got in the way. That's what she says. That's what her publicist probably told her to say. Because of the Melissa Barrera thing. Kirk Learn says, I'm ready for... Oh, we already read that. Super Gamer Goblin says, cool. Emo Part 6 is a cool mask. Hell yeah, it totally is. It totally is. Apple Reiki says, hey, I'm sorry I'm late. I was outside and my phone was in my room. It's okay, Apple Reiki. No worries. No worries. There is always someone here. There is always someone here with me. I'm never alone on these live streams anymore. Super Gamer Goblin says, yeah, bro, it's an awesome movie. Hell yeah, it is, right? Oh, wait, The Conjuring? The new Conjuring movie? No, if that's what we're talking about, I haven't seen the new Conjuring. If we're talking about Friday the 13th, yeah, that is an awesome movie. That is an awesome movie. Apple Ricky says, I finally finished my Children of the Corn remake. That's awesome, Apple Ricky. That sounds great. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, can't wait to see what you do with that. Super Gamer says, happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, Lorax. Happy birthday, Leroy. Oh yeah, you said it's in 6 days, right? So it's like in a week or so. Yeah, enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it. This is like your birthday week, you know? So start enjoying it, man. Buy yourself some props, order some masks, go to Spirit Halloween, you know, just indulge. Alan Laplante or Laplante, Alan, okay, Alan Laplante. Alan Laplante says, I just watched The Green Inferno. You an Eli Roth fan? Yeah, Eli Roth is cool. I've seen most of his movies growing up. Like, what is it? Hostel. Let me see what else did he do? Um, Damn, I forgot. Well, Cabin Fever. Uh, what else? What else did he do? I kind of forgot some of his movies. But yeah, Thanksgiving. What else? Let me see. A lot of grindhouse style stuff. Yeah, I forgot a lot of his movies, but let me see. I remember some of them though. But yeah, yeah. Eli Roth is cool. Why? Why, Alan? Eli Roth is badass. Did you like Thanksgiving, Alan? Let me know, bro. And if you're new here to the channel, Alan, please like and subscribe. My name is Frank. Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today's Horror Talk, Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 46. Please smash the thumbs up, yeah, Alan. Get us up to 15, please. Let me see. Dominic St. Clair says, can't wait for Halloween Ends fan film. I'm going to work on my horror anthology next month, hopefully. Awesome, bro. Hell yeah. Yeah, the Halloween Ends fan film is gonna be sick, bro. It's gonna be sick. You're gonna be playing one of like the bully guys. You're gonna be playing one of the bullies as well. So it's gonna be cool because in this movie I'm gonna need like a gang of bullies. At least like, let me see. At least like 4 or 5 of them, you know, at least like a crew of 4 or 5 people. Dominic St. Clair says, happy birthday, bro. Apple Ricky says, I picture Isaac being the bastard son of the devil and Rosemary from Rosemary's Baby. That'll be awesome. That'll totally work. That'll totally work, Apple Ricky. Crimson Real Studio says, hey, what's up? Crimson Real Studio says, happy birthday. Apple Ray, what's up? How you doing, Crimson Real Studio? How you doing? Glad to see you here again. I haven't seen you here in a while. Please smash the thumbs up, yeah, bro? Please keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Crimson Studio says, I got a shell ejecting pistol prop I might use for movies. That's dope, bro. That's dope. So when you shoot it, the shell pops out like if you're really shooting a gun. Yeah, that's cool. Crimson says, bought it at a local festival. That's awesome. That is awesome, Crimson. I can't wait to see it in action, you know? Can't wait to see it in action. I need to get myself one of those as well. Yeah, but I've seen them before. Yeah, you pull the trigger and then the little mechanism inside pops the freaking the bullet shell out of the side of the gun, you know, like if it was a real gun, you know, like because when you shoot a gun, you're not literally, a lot of people think you're literally shooting the whole bullet, you know. A lot of people think that when you shoot a gun, what shoots out is like the whole long bullet. It doesn't. What shoots out is the lead projectile, the little projectile on top, and then the little cap, the little thing the projectile's on just pops out of the side of the gun. So yeah, guns are crazy, bro. I've been shooting guns since I was a kid, not gonna lie. I've had experience with guns a lot. But yeah, that's cool, bro. Leroy Lorak says, I'm still at the hospital. Damn, Leroy, I thought you were getting out soon, bro. What happened? What happened? Didn't you say you got bit by a bee or something? Or why are you at the hospital? Or food poisoning or something? What's up, Leroy Lorax? What happened, bro? How long you gonna be there still? Let us know, man. Let us know, bro. How long you gonna be there still? Let us know, bro. That sucks. Dude, I remember when I was in the hospital for like pretty much like a week as well. I hated it, bro. I hated it. You can't do nothing. It's boring there. Hospital is boring. It's boring. It's boring. It's so boring that you kind of wish Michael Myers was chasing you around the hospital. That's how boring hospitals are, bro. Hell yeah. I feel you, though, man. That sucks. That sucks, Leroy Lorax. That sucks. Let me see. Let's look up some movie news. We're going to get into some movie news right now. Apple Ricky, why'd you retract your message? Apple Ricky says, I pictured your little sister playing a character named Jamie in My Children of the Corn. Jamie is one of the kids in the call. Yeah, awesome. I could picture her in it too. I could picture her in that too. Like, we could give her like braids. Give her braids and give her like an old-timey kind of like a farmer girl or pilgrim kind of costume, you know? And then she's brunette as well. There was a lot of Mormon brunettes too as well, because that's what basically Children of the Corn is. These kids are basically like evangelicals, Mormon kind of like crazy Christians, you know? That's why Isaac claims to be like the one that talks to God, and God commands him to be the ruler of all the kids of the town where there's no adults and stuff. So yeah, they're literally like crazy religious freaks that live in the freaking cornfield. Leroy Lorax says, I'm probably getting out tomorrow. Oh, awesome, Leroy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, everyone. Leroy Lorax is getting out tomorrow. That's awesome, bro. Glad to hear that, man. Glad to hear that. Like I said, bro, I hated the hospital when I was in the hospital. Dude, I still hate hospitals when I go for like my yearly checkup and stuff. Jesus, bro, I just hate waiting there because I feel like they make you wait just to make you like just to anticipate you. Maybe just to get your vitals going or something, like just so when they check you, like I don't know, bro. I think it's psychological though. I think it's psychological when they make you wait so long at a hospital for an appointment when there's clearly space for you to go in already. Yeah, I'm glad you're getting out, Leroy. I'm glad. Apple Ricky says my character I created are Evan, Layla, and David, the good kids, and the bad kids are Amber and Jamie. Yeah, perfect, right? I could picture my little sister doing a scene where like she's holding one of those hand size sights that they have in the movie, and just like doing a shot of her slashing, and then getting a front shot of just the blood splashing on her face. That'll look so awesome, you know. That'll be a cool scene. Just getting to see my little sister go kill someone and get the blood splatter shot. That'll look badass. That'll look badass, especially with like the old timey like pilgrim outfit. It'll look cool with the blood dripping on the white. Awesome stuff right there, Apple Ricky. Hell yeah. Apple Ricky says, I didn't replace Isaac, Malachi, Bert, and Vicky and some other characters in the film. I give it my twist. That's awesome. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what a remake does, or a reboot. Well, a reboot, not really. A remake does that. A remake, well, a remake could be either way. A remake could be a straight up remake, shot for shot, of that original film, or a remake could be a remake of that same film, but with your own style to it. You know, so you shoot it in a different style. You know, than the what do you call it? Than the original film was shot. Picture like basically John Carpenter's Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween. You know, Rob Zombie could have copied shot for shot, frame for frame, but he didn't want to do that, so he basically added his own twist to it. You know, more like way more shots, more insert shots and stuff like that. Yeah. Apple Ricky said, I gave Jamie lines, the same with Amber. Awesome, Apple Ricky. Hell yeah, glad to hear it. Apple Ricky said, I'm going to get Damian Leon to help me make these films. Awesome. Hell yeah, that would be awesome. That would be totally awesome, Apple Ricky, if he could help you. That would be totally great. That would be totally great. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, totally. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up right there, guys. We're about to start getting into some movie news. Oh, my bad, guys. I got a tongue twister. We are about to start getting into some movie news right now. Some movie news. There hasn't been a lot of really like groundbreaking movie news right now recently. I've been checking on other channels and stuff, what they're talking about. Not a lot of stuff right now. Not a lot of stuff, but I found some stuff. I found some small stuff. Apple Ricky says, I made the Antichrist Titus, Son of the Devil, and Children of the Corn remake. Awesome. The title sounds cool. The title sounds cool. I made the Antichrist Titus, Son of the Devil, and Children of the Corn remake. That's just so cool. If that's the title. Leroy Lorax says, birds crashed into me, and I fell out of the ladder. Oh, and I was on the roof. And oh, yeah, I remember now. Leroy. I remember now. You fell off the ladder. Yeah, I remember we were talking about it on Sunday. Yeah. Remember I was sweating on Sunday? Bro, I was freaking hot on Sunday. It was freaking hot on Sunday, bro. I was sweating in this room, dude. That was wild. But yeah, Leroy, I'm glad you're okay, though, bro. But that's crazy, though. I kind of remember I fell off a ladder one time, too. But not that bad. Not that bad. I used to work with my dad at the tire shop. I used to be a mechanic, trip out, right? I used to be a mechanic from when I was a kid up to when I was 27, 28, around there. I was an auto mechanic. And when there was no work at the tire shop, the lady would send me to go like clean up her house and stuff. And she would still pay me, so I'd go. And I was right there. I was alone at the house, and I put a ladder on the roof trying to get leaves off the gutter. And I don't know what happened, but I like misplaced my foot, and like I slipped and I freaking fell, kind of like with my face, kind of like on the ladder. But luckily the freaking the roof wasn't that high, so I was good, bro. I just caught myself like, oh crap, but then I slid down and fell on my stomach. That was funny though. Yeah, so Leroy, yeah, I know how you feel, bro. I know how you feel. I've had my share of falling down and injuries, bro. Trust me. But I've never broken anything. I've never ever broken anything. Not even skateboarding. I've twisted my ankles so many times, but I've never actually broken them, you know? But yeah, twisting your ankles hurts though. Don't get me wrong, that shit hurts. Dugato, what up? What's up, Dugato? How you doing? How you doing, Dugato? I haven't seen you here in a minute here on the live stream. How you doing, bro? Welcome to another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays, Dugato. Hell yeah, bro. Today's episode, 46? I always forget the number. Hell yeah, Dugato. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Dugato. Get us up to 16. Yeah, bro. Please get us up to 16, Dugato, so more people could join us here on the live stream. Please smash the thumbs up, guys. Keep smashing it up. Let's get it up to 20. Let's get it up to 20, guys. Apple Ricky says, I just called the Antichrist and Children of the Corn. Is that what the movie's called? Is that what the movie's called, Apple Ricky? Apple Ricky says, I'm going to want Damien Leon to write Exorcism because I just didn't like my first script. Rewrite it. Rewrite it, Apple Ricky. As a writer, because it looks like you're going to end up being a director too as well, from what I'm seeing. But as a writer, if you don't like one draft, you got to... Don't throw it away right away, though. Don't throw it away right away. Save that draft you don't like, because like later on, if you can't come up with ideas, you could go back to that draft and just take ideas from that draft and put them in your new script. Yeah, but get the first draft you wrote, save it somewhere. All the drafts you don't like, save them somewhere. And then write one complete draft that you think the script might be like, you know? And then read over it. See what you like and don't like, and that's when you can go into your old drafts and see what you do like from there and put it in there, you know? You gotta keep, as a writer, Apple Ricky, you can't have people write your stuff for you. You know, that's your talent. You know, that's what, like, eventually if you become like a filmmaker yourself one day, that's your talent, you know? People are gonna pay you to write like scripts for them, you know, to make movies or shows or whatever, you know? And, you know, you can't just go to someone. It's like going to ChatGPT, you know? And having it write your script, you know? Yeah, you gotta keep writing, Apple Ricky. You gotta keep writing. You gotta keep writing. Crimson Real Studio says, yo, Frank, are you good at making horror music? I'm not. I haven't really messed around with making horror music, to be honest, bro. I haven't really messed around with making horror music. I mean, I'm obviously a musician myself. I play guitar and stuff, but I'm not really a synth player, you know? I'm not really like a pianist kind of musician, you know? I have my friend Hector who's into more synth style of music like that. He does that. He could do that for me, you know? But nah, like I'm not. I'm more good at making rock and roll music, you know? My style music is more rock and roll. Like I could try to copy something like Carpenter, you know, but I don't know, bro. It's just I don't think I could do it. Honestly, don't think I'd be good at making a horror music. I gotta get into it though. I gotta become my own studio, bro. My own one-man studio. Leroy Lorak says, I landed next to a rake. I'm living in Final Destination, bro. You are. You should watch that movie, bro. You should watch it right now, man. Well, after the live's done. Apple Ricky says, I use Google Docs for the scripts. Awesome. Yeah, save them. Save them, Apple Ricky. Save your scripts. That's what I do. That's what I do. I'm telling you, because, like, if you just throw away the script, the drafts you don't like, and then later on you can't come up with ideas and you just have writer's block, you're like, oh, man, I could have just gotten one of those old scripts I had and just picked out whatever I liked from there and just started writing a whole new script from there. Yeah, keep all that stuff. Apple Ricky says that I print them. Awesome. Yeah, I gotta start printing my stuff. Apple Ricky says I'll be giving Damien my scripts with my stuff to contact me and see what he can do to make it. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, where are you gonna meet him at again? What convention is this? Apple Ricky says the Antichrist and Children of the Corn might be low budget, but I don't know yet. That's cool though. That's cool. Even with the low budget, you can make it look really good. Even with the low budget, it could look really good. Got some Mexican Sprite, guys. Aporeki says that. Okay, we already read that. All right, guys, we're going to start getting into some movie news. Like I said, there hasn't been any movie news in a while. Like, well, not in a while, but like any significant movie news hasn't really came out recently, you know, until I think this. I saw this morning circulating around Instagram. So let's see what it says right here. DigitalSpy.com is reporting. Here's 5 brilliant. Listen up. Digital Spy is reporting. Here's 5 brilliant horrors that Scary Movie 6 will be mocking, including one of 2025's best movies. You hear that? You hear that, guys? You hear that? You hear that? So we got a list of the 5 top horror movies Scary Movie 6 will be making fun of. We're going to get into that. Let's get into that. Aporeki says, this year... Wait. Aporeki said, I'll be meeting Damien Leon, David Howard Thorne, and Danielle Harris at Dublin HorrorCon at Dublin, California, November 8th. Awesome, Aporeki. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Awesome. Hell yeah. Totally love it. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy. Yeah, talk to them. Hell yeah. Get your foot in the door, Aporeki. Get your foot in the door. That's the place to do it. Aporeki says this year. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I remember now. I remember you told me. Yeah, I remember you told me. Yeah. I just forget, bro, because I be writing a lot of scripts and stories and a lot of stuff, bro, in my brain that sometimes I forget stuff. Samson says, can you please listen to my rap song, Low Key, E-Bars, Samson? I'll do it when the live is almost over, Samson. I'll check it out when the live is almost over. So right now I'm going over movie news. But what's up, Samson? How you doing? If you're a fan of horror movies, please like and subscribe to the channel. My name is Frank. Please smash the thumbs up, guys. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up right there. Let's get it up to at least 20. Aporeki says, my second chance meeting Danielle. Yay, that's awesome. I haven't even got to meet her myself. That'd be cool. If when I do get to meet her, I'm going to make sure she signs my Halloween 5 mask and my Halloween 4 mask that I used in my fan films, bro. Oh, and probably my Halloween 4 knife. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. And then I kind of want to, I want to meet Nick Castle, bro. I want to have him sign one of my 78 masks. Also, Aaron Armstrong, the guy who plays Michael in the flashback. James Jude Courtney. Douglas Tate. What's it called? Tyler Main. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. All right, let's get into it, guys. So here's 5 brilliant horrors that Scary Movie 6 will be mocking, including one of 2025's best movies. Scary Movies Marlon Wayans has teased some of the movies that the new film will spoof, including one of 2025's best entries. It was confirmed last year that the franchise would return for Scary Movie 6, the first entry in 12 years, and that means a whole host of new horror hits are ripe for parodying. Wayans has now revealed some. Oh, they misspelled right here. They misspelled this. A lot of people be misspelling, but yeah, Wayans has now revealed what they have in mind, and it looks like one of this year's greatest films, Sinners, as well as Longlegs, Get Out, Nope, and Heretic are in their sights. What to read next? I mean, you know, I'm just a fan of the whole genre. Man, he told Comic Book, I Know What You Did Last Summer, may have something in there. Oh yeah, I Know What You Did Last Summer is also going to be in Scary Movie 6. Leroy Lorax says, do you think the tower in the beginning of Final Destination Bloodlines was inspired by the Space Needle in Seattle? You know what, Leroy Lorax? That is a very interesting question, because I thought it was the Seattle Space Needle. Leroy, I thought it was the Seattle Space Needle, dude. I thought it was it. I thought it was it as well. But then I looked around the surrounding area of the shots and stuff, and it didn't look anything like Seattle. And Seattle's usually like kind of cloudy and gray skies, you know? These shots were sunny and bright and beautiful, you know? So yeah, it was not the Seattle Space Needle, but it was definitely inspired by it. Hell yeah. Aporeki says, I send you the song I want the Children of the Corn theme to sound like to make just like make your own lyrics and beats. All right, cool. I'll check it out later, Apple Ricky. I haven't had a chance to look at my Instagram messages. I got like 20 messages in there. I got like 20 messages like unread. I haven't had a chance to check them out, dude, because I've been busy. I've been busy helping these. I'm kind of helping making a. I'm making a movie with like Amazon. I'm helping making I'm helping make an Amazon movie. They hired me to do I can't talk about the movie though or anything about that. I could just say this. They hired me to do camera work, you know? So I've been busy at the in Hollywood. I've been in Beverly Hills with two producers, and we're just there in a room, bro, in a cold ass room, going through the script, and I'm just drawing out the shots and mapping out the shots for when we shoot. It's simpler, you know, simpler to get the shots. So I haven't had the chance to check them out, but I'll check it out. I'll check it out later in a bit after the live is done. Apple Ricky said, remember that story I told you about Thanksgiving I had? Yeah, that's a crazy story, Apple Ricky, but it's cool because when I make a comedy movie, I could probably have that in my movie. Apple Ricky, can I use that in one of my movies? Eventually, I'm gonna make a comedy movie. Eventually, I want to do other movies as well besides horror, you know. And comedy is definitely another genre I kind of want to do eventually. So yeah, could I borrow that idea, Apple Ricky? But yeah, let's continue reading right here. So yeah, here's let me see what it says right here. So what's next? I mean, you know, I'm just a fan of the whole genre, man. He told Comic Book, I know what you did last summer may have something in there. I think the Scream franchise is always a great one. I think, oh, they're going to make fun of Scream. They're going to make fun of Scream. Look what it's, dude, they're going to make fun of I know what you did last summer and Scream. It basically says that right here. This is what Marlon Wayne says in the interview. I know what you did last summer may have something in there. I think the Scream franchise is always a great one. That pretty sure they're gonna do that too. I think what is it called? Heretic. Heretic. I think Heretic was a good. I think Heretic was a wonderful film. Longlegs. Get Out. Oh, Longlegs, that serial killer movie from like a year ago. Get Out. Yeah, I seen that movie. Nope. And yeah, I seen that one too. Jordan Peele. There are just so many great horror films to pull from that we plan on having a field day. Sinners. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that, but I heard it's like about vampires, which I do. I am a fan of vampires, so I got to check that out. A lot of stuff I missed recently. Related. Best streaming services alongside Wayans, both in front and behind the camera. As a co-writer, Scary Movie 6 will see the long-awaited return franchise icons Anna Faris as Cindy Campbell and Regina Hall as Brenda Meeks. Awesome. Yeah, they were like my favorite characters in those movies. Cindy and Brenda, they were funny as hell, bro. Especially Scary Movie 2. Scary Movie 1 and 2, I think, were the best ones. 3 was alright. 3 was like whatever. That was like a good early 2000s, like making fun of early 2000s horror stuff. That was alright. Those first 3 were good. But after that, Scary Movie 4, it just got bad, dude. It just got bad. Okay, so alongside Wayans, both in the front and behind camera, co-writer, Scary Movie 6 will see the long-awaited return of franchise icons Anna Faris as Cindy Campbell and Regina Hall as Brenda Meeks. We couldn't be more excited to be part of the new Scary Movie and work with each other again. Marlon and brothers Sean and Keenan said last year this is a franchise we created more than 20 years ago. Related, 60 best horror movies that are actually good and terrifying. Wait, what? Is this even part of the thing? We remember people laughing in the aisle and hope to see that happen again. We look forward to working with Jonathan Glickman and his team at the new Miramax to bring these laughs to theaters where they belong. It's a double reunion. Miramax's Jonathan Glickman added, the timing is perfect to bring back the series to the big screen, and we're lucky to have Keenan, Marlon, and Sean's unique comedic visions bringing it to audiences around the world. Scary Movie 6 is due for release in UK and US cinemas on June 12, 2026. Damn! You know what's crazy? That's like not even that long from now. That's like not even that long from now at all. Like after Halloween passes, after Christmas passes, actually. After Christmas passes, we're going to be in January, pretty much. And it's only going to be like, what, 5-6 months before the movie comes out? So, yeah, I'm excited for Scary Movie 6. It sounds interesting. I wonder if they're going to bring back Doofy, though. No, I remember them saying they are gonna bring back the killer, the WhatsApp killer Ghostface from Scary Movie, but I'm wondering if they're gonna bring him back as just an identity, or they're gonna bring back Doofy as the killer under the robe again. Because remember, at the end of the first Scary Movie, he gets away with the news reporter Gail Hailstorm or whatever her name was. Remember, they were it was like they were both planning the murders, and they would just go to towns and start killing sprees just to get stories to write books. You know, that's what it seemed like to me, because they both take off and they seemed like a couple or something. You know, so I'm wondering if they're gonna come back to some capacity because they were kind of like the killers in the first Scary Movie. Are they gonna be nostalgic to the first movie mainly? I'm pretty sure, yeah. So I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Leroy Lorak says, was it just me or the song I wait what the song was it just me or the song I trade credits and Final Destination Bloodlines was fire. What song was that? Wait, is that what the song is called? Hey Leroy, are you sure you spelled the song right? I trade credits. What was this? Oh yeah, I remember the song now. I remember the song of Final Destination Bloodlines in the beginning. I do not remember what it's called though, but I do remember hearing that song. Apareki says, one time when I was at the store, I was going to the bathroom, and when I opened the door to the stall, I seen a massive S to the next to the toilet. This person was too lazy to sit. Damn, that's nasty. That's nasty. They didn't even use the toilet. Apareki says, and you can use both those stories I told you. That'll be cool. Apareki says, that shit was like a yeah. Apareki, you're crazy. You're crazy, Apareki. That shit was the shape of a pie. Fuck. Yep. I seen that before. One time when I was like Apareki, one time when I was like a little younger than you in the 90s, this is like 98 or 99. Like we used to live in some shitty, like crappy apartments back then. We were really poor. And like there was like these drunk dudes that would hang out under the parking lots in the apartments. And I used to have pet rabbits down there in the apartments, and I went one day to feed them. And when I look to the side, I see a massive like pile of poop, you know? And it looked just like a pie. So I understand exactly what you mean. It looked just like a pie, round and everything. A shit pie, you know? Oh man, that's nasty. Apareki says, would it be a killer Santa Claus be good? Yeah, there's already a killer Santa Claus, Apareki. It's called Silent Night, Deadly Night. And the reboot or remake, whatever's coming out, I think this December. Apareki, yeah. In case you didn't hear me, yeah, there is a killer Santa already. He's called Silent Night, Deadly Night. I forgot the actual killer's name though. But yeah, and the reboot's coming out in December. But it's an old 80s slasher movie. So some guy dresses up as Santa. Cosplay Zano says, "What's up, Frank? How you been, bro? I've been great, Cosplay Zano. I've been great. How you doing, Cosplay Zano? How you doing, bro? I've been doing great, man. Thank you for asking, bro. Thank you for asking. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Cosplay, get us up to 18. If you haven't smashed the thumbs up already." Leroy Lorak says, the song. Oh yeah, shout. Yeah. When they're dancing inside the Space Needle thing, yeah, with the glass floor, yeah, shout. You know, when the band is playing, I remember. Leroy Lorak says the Isley Brothers. Yep. Cosplay Zano says, try finding on Insta, but couldn't find you, and the email doesn't work. How could you not find me, bro? Cosplay Zano, how could you not find me? The link to my Instagram is right here on the description. Cosplay Zano, the link to my IG is on the description. Just go on the description of the live. Just go on the description of the live stream. And my IG freaking link is right there, bro. You should be able to find it right there. Cosplay says, I just watched a horror movie called Fatal Affair, and it was really good. All right, cool. Don't tell me anything about it. Or I think I might have seen it. Hold on. But in case I haven't, don't tell me anything about it. Let me see. Fatal Affair. Sounds familiar, though. Oh, no, no, no. This is new. I have not seen this. I gotta check it out, though. I gotta check it out. I am a fan of, like, thriller movies as well. Kind of like that. It's like a thriller, huh? I think I've seen commercials of it. It's like someone's cheating, and I think someone's gonna end up getting killed or something. Yeah, I like movies like that, too. Like, where someone cheats, and then one of the spouses, like, goes through a revenge kill or something. You know, that's good. Apareki says, like those pies on Thanksgiving, that's what it looks like. Yeah, Apareki, it looks like those pecan pies, like those pecan pies that have the brown pecan in the middle. Dude, yeah, they look just like pecan pies. Castellano says, my bad, I didn't know that link was in your bio, bro. Bio, I just downloaded Shutter. It's all sorts of horror movies on there. Oh, yeah, yeah, Shutter. I see Shutter before as well. Yeah, my friend used to have it. Yeah, he used to let me watch on his account. Yeah, I gotta get that as well soon. Yeah, I gotta definitely. Yeah, there's a bunch of horror movies on there. There's nothing but horror movies on there. Hell yeah. Leroy Lorax says the singer in the movie was hitting those notes. Those notes, though. Yeah, yeah. I can't sing like that. I sing in a band as well, but I cannot sing like that. I sing more like Kurt Cobain, just yelling. You know. Cosplay Auto says, has anyone seen Thanksgiving Killing? Thanksgiving Killing? Is that a movie? Is that the movie Thanksgiving? The Eli Roth one? Hold on. From 2008? I don't think I've seen this cosplay. Oh, wait, I think I have. Is it about a killer turkey? Cosplay Zano, is it about a killer turkey that's just walking around like mauling people? Cosplay. Cosplay. Is it like about a killer turkey on Thanksgiving that gets loose like in a neighborhood or something? I think I might have seen it, bro. Might have. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, bro. Apareki says, did you know Danielle Harris had a stalker that was writing death threats at her because she changed her hair for a film? Oh yeah, I remember that. That happened like in the 90s, in the mid 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, something like that. Yeah, I was like a kid when that happened. Yeah, I remember that, Apareki. Yeah, Cosplay Zano says yes, bro. Yeah, I think I have seen that movie. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, it's from 2008. I think I might have seen it like around 2009 when Blockbuster was still open. My friend's dad, rest in peace. He was an awesome dude. That fool used to fucking drive us, bro, to Blockbuster here in our neighborhood and just rent like a stack of movies, bro, a bunch of candies and chips and stuff, and we would just watch movies. That's why I'm so obsessed with movies, bro, because that's all I did in my childhood and in my teenage years, bro. It's just watch movies, you know. But yeah, I remember us renting that movie when it was just like one of those low budget horror movies that were just right there, and you just rented it. You sometimes you rented movies because you just like the artwork, bro. So we just liked the artwork on it and we just took it, you know? It was ridiculous ass movie though. It's like super B movie horror type shit, you know? It's kind of gory too. Costly's Eric Aguilar says Slasher series. Yeah. Eric Aguilar, if you remember me as Slasher the series, you're an OG, bro. You're an OG. You're an OG / Eric Aguilar. Hey, Eric Aguilar, are you new here to the channel or have you been here? Let us know, Eric Aguilar. Please smash a thumbs up, Eric. Eric Aguilar, please smash a thumbs up right there, man. Please. Get us up to 18, bro, so more people could join us here in the horror debate right here. And yeah, Eric Aguilar Slasher series. That used to be my old Instagram. My old Instagram used to be called Slashers the Series. And then I had two Instagrams. I had Slasher the Series and I had Hollywood Horror Film Club. But I don't know what happened to my Slashers the Series. I got like locked out of that account or something or hacked. And like I just had to start using the Hollywood Horror Film Club one, which is better. I think it's better for marketing, this one, because it has the pumpkin logo and stuff. But yeah, it makes more sense too because like my YouTube channel wasn't even called Slashers the Series, you know. Apareki says, want a slice of pie? I saw next to the toilet. Hell no. Hell no. But if someone was an asshole to me, I would definitely scoop some of that pie up and buy one of those empty pie crusts and just put it on top and bake it in there with some chocolate and give it to my worst enemy. Cosplayzano says, are you going to watch Ed Gein's series October 3rd? Yes, of course, brother. Of course, Cosplayzano. Of course I'm going to watch that. Of course I'm going to watch that, man. Of course I am totally going to watch that. I am totally going to watch that. Of course I have to watch that now, man. I have to watch that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. That's like one of my one of my fall shows, man. That's one of my fall shows right there. Hell yeah, I'm definitely going to get into that. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Come on, we're almost up to 20. We just need 3 more. Let's get it up to 20, guys. We just need 3 more. We just need 3 more. We're up to 20. We just need 3 more, everyone. 3 more. Let's get it up to 20. Yeah, we're up at 18. 2 more, guys. 2 more. 2 more. We're up to 20. Yeah, but I've seen that movie, Thanksgiving. For a second, I thought I hadn't, though. But when I saw the poster, I was like, dude, that's that movie me and Albert rented. My homie Albert, my friend Albert. His dad used to take us and rent us a bunch of movies, DVDs and shit. I was like, hey, that's that movie me and Albert rented back like in 09. And I was like 17. That was like 15 and shit. That was cool, bro. Good times, good times. Good times. Let me see. Castellano says, I have high hopes. Ed Gein series will be better than Jeffrey Dahmer series. You know what? There could be a chance it could rival the Jeffrey Dahmer series. You know why? Because Ed Gein was a real guy, as well as Jeffrey Dahmer. But Ed Gein was way before Jeffrey Dahmer, you know? Was way before Jeffrey Dahmer. So Ed Gein pretty much, like, he set the, what is it called? The blueprint for the modern slasher, you know? Ed Gein basically, he set the blueprint for the modern slasher. So the Ed Gein series does have an advantage because they could use so many references to so many movies that were inspired by Ed Gein, you know, like freaking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Silence of the Lambs, countless movies, bro, Wrong Turn, all that kind of stuff. Backwoods, redneck, horror, that was all inspired by Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you know? So yeah, Ed Gein has the potential to be really great, that series, because they have so much to reference. Dude, because Ed Gein basically, like I said, he set the blueprint for like all the slasher movies that came after his arrest and stuff, you know? That dude, he died in a mental hospital, I think, in the 60s, early 60s, like, or the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot. Yeah, but yeah, dude. So yeah, Ed Gein is that series is gonna crush ratings, bro. I'm gonna be straight up. That show, Ed Gein, watch. Mark my words right now. Mark my words right now. That show, Ed Gein, is gonna crush ratings. Just like the Dahmer show did. Just like the Dahmer show did 2-3 years ago when it came out. It was crushing ratings. It was all over the place, bro. That's how this Ed Gein show is gonna be. Watch. Just watch. It's gonna be kind of like a phenomenon, a bit, kind of like the Dahmer show was, you know? Because they're literally going back to old school slasher roots, you know? So the first season of Monsters was Jeffrey Dahmer, obviously, right? Jeffrey Dahmer, straight up 80s style modern slasher serial killer, you know? And then season 2, Menendez brothers. These weren't serial killers. These were more like a revenge killers, you know? Murderers. They were more murderers. They just murdered their parents. They weren't serial killers or mass murderers. And now with the Ed Gein series, they're going back to old school slasher roots again, like the Dahmer series. A guy that lives alone, kills people, fucking stocks up on corpses and dead body parts. So it's gonna crush ratings, definitely. And yeah, sorry guys, I missed some messages right here. Apple Reiki retracted her message. Cosplay's Auto says they'll probably make a Ted Bundy series next. No, they're not making Ted Bundy next. Cosplay's Auto, they're making Lizzie Borden next. Has anyone here heard of Lizzie Borden. Lizzie Borden, well, how did the poem go? But yeah, Lizzie Borden, she killed her dad and her mom, bro. Let me see, Lizzie Borden. Yeah, Lizzie Borden, she was that woman who killed her parents in their home. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so I just remembered. I haven't heard it in a while, but I just remembered the the poem goes. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. Uh, something. I gotta find this. Something. Lizzie Borden took an axe. Okay, let me see. That's like a nursery rhyme. Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks. What's the next one? Oh, I'm reading it. I'm reading it. Lizzie Borden. Okay, Lizzie Borden. When she saw what she had done, gave her father 41. Okay, Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. Okay, yeah, so yeah, Lizzie Borden. If anyone that doesn't know who Lizzie Borden is, I'll show you an image of her right now. But the real Lizzie Borden, not this poser shit, that series. So this is Lizzie Borden, everyone. Well, this was Lizzie Borden. She killed her mom and her dad. She killed them with an axe. I forgot exactly why. I think I saw a documentary once with my dad about this chick. I think it said something about inheritance. And she wanted to stay with the property after they died or something like that. A will. It's always money, but yeah. So they're gonna make a Netflix series about her next. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Wicked Milk says, "What's good? What's up, Wicked Milk? What's up, Wicked Milk? My bad. I'm late to your message, bro. My bad. I am late to your message, bro. How you doing, Wicked Milk? How you doing? Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Wicked Milk. If you haven't already, bro, please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Wicked Milk. Apple Ricky says, remember Ed Gale? Who's Ed Gale? Oh yeah, Ed Gale. Yeah, let's not talk about Ed Gale, Apple Ricky. Ed Gale's whack. Cosmizano says, what's up, Wicked Milk? How are you, bro? Wicked Milk says, bro, I'm great. You've been into urban exploring, dope as fuck. Wait. Been into urban exploring, dope as fuck. That's dope, Wicked Milk. That's dope. You fools be going into like abandoned spots or what? You should start a YouTube channel, fool. You should start streaming yourself urban exploring on your YouTube channel, bro. Grow a community and shit, you know? Cosplayzano says, that's cool, Wicked Milk, and I'm good. I'm just sore from the lifting in the gym at the weights. Awesome, bro. Hell yeah. I remember when I used to lift when I was younger. And I used to play football. I remember I used to be able to bench press the 50 pounds on each side, do a set. I don't think I could do it no more, though, bro. I'll probably fall to the side now. I lost that strength. That's why I just like skateboarding more. I skate better. That's my type of workout. Ted Contreras says, what's up, dude? What's up, Ted? How you doing, Ted Contreras? How you doing, bro? Glad to see you here on the channel. Another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays. Episode 46, bro. Hell yeah, man. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Ted. Get us up to 22, bro. Please. Apple Ricky says, one time my cousins got into a fight. My cousin went outside and got dog shit. She chased her sister with it and threw it at her. Damn, that's crazy. That's disgusting, too. Well, you know what? Honestly, I clean up my dog's poop every day. I honestly don't find dog shit or animal poop to be as disgusting as human poop, to be honest. Human poop is just totally disgusting because we eat a bunch of chemicals and artificially enhanced meats and stuff, you know? So our crap be smelling toxic. But like, I notice with my like dogs or cats, it's like, it may smell right when they poop it, but it doesn't stay stinking like human shit, you know? But yeah. Wicked Milk says, oh, that's nice, bro. Gym is good as fuck. Hell yeah, bro. I'm glad you guys have hobbies as well. Hell yeah. I'm glad you guys have hobbies as well, bro. Hell yeah, that's badass. I'm glad you guys have hobbies as well. You know, I'm glad you guys do stuff You know, outside of this live stream, outside of this community, you know, it's always important to do stuff outside of the internet, guys. Always remember that. It's always important to do stuff outside. Yeah, the internet's cool and stuff, you know, to live stream, post videos, do collabs, you know, post pictures and stuff like that, play video games. But you always want to make sure you go out at least like an hour, even like an hour or so a day, you know, and try to do some stuff outside too when you can, you know, when you're off work or off school and stuff, you know, because dude, it gets boring sometimes, like just making content, like trying to come up with content. It gets really boring. Yeah, so the gym is good. Yeah, guys. Yeah, hell yeah. The gym is a good place to chill and stuff. Not my place, you know, but I like chilling like at the music studio, you know, recording, or I like going to the skate park, you know, and chilling there, skating for a bit. To each their own, you know. Cosplayzano says Wicked Milk, definitely. Cosplayzano says Charles Manson should get a TV series. Surprisingly, a lot of people don't know much about him. Actually, we do. Charles Manson is pretty well documented, Cosplayzano, and there's been a good amount of films about him already throughout the years. There was that Criminal Minds episode about him. He was also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The same guy from Criminal Minds plays him in that. There was also another Charles Manson movie from like the early 2000s that is pretty gruesome, bro. It's pretty gruesome. You'll probably feel queasy in your stomach if you watch it. It's free on YouTube. It's free on YouTube. Just look for Charles. Oh, it's called Helter Skelter. Hey, Cosplayzano, watch Helter Skelter. Watch Helter Skelter. That's the movie. That's the biopic about Charles Manson. It's like from the it's like from the 90s or early 2000s, around that time. And damn, bro, the guy that plays Charles Manson is spot on. And dude, the whole Sharon Tate murder and everything, they show the whole murder scene happen. They show them stabbing and killing them, bro. And like, dude, that shit'll make you feel queasy, bro. That shit'll make you feel queasy. That shit is a crazy movie. Watch Helter Skelter. Wicked Milk says, bro, Netflix down bad. They romanticize the fuck out of serial killers. I mean, to be honest, Wicked Milk, we've kind of been doing that for a long ass time. Serial killers have been romanticized forever. I mean, look at Halloween, look at Jason, look at Freddy, you know? It's been romanticized for a long time, bro. Even before Michael, Jason, and Freddy, there was already, what, Frankenstein, Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, The Mummy, The Invisible Man, Frankenstein's Bride. You know, so like horror villains and serial killers have always been like put it this way, bro. Put it this way. Horror movie villains are like the new superheroes. You know? Horror movie characters like Michael, Jason, Freddy, all that, they're like the new superheroes, you know? To us horror fans, you know, they're like the new superheroes. And they've been for a while too as well. Because I honestly think actual traditional superheroes like Spider-Man and all that, that peaked in the 90s, bro. Comic books peaked in like the 90s, bro. They peaked in the 90s. Even Marvel was like in a recession at that time. Marvel Studios was bankrupt at that time. So comic books peaked in that time, you know? So what was taking over during what was coming up next in the 80s was the horror villains. The bad guys were going to be seen as the cool, now witty characters, you know, that the traditional superheroes once were, you know. So we went from worshiping traditional superheroes in the traditional sense to worshiping bad guys now. It makes sense though. It makes sense why there was a Joker movie about the Joker by himself, you know. It makes sense because people are a lot more I've always, to be honest, I've always liked the bad guys more since I was growing up, since a kid. Yeah, Luke Skywalker was cool, you know, with his lightsaber and his TIE fighter. But I wanted to be Darth Vader, bro. I wanted to be Darth Vader in that suit and with that red lightsaber, like 7 feet tall, and that badass freaking the TIE fighter. My bad if Luke has an X-Wing. Yeah, dude, I wanted to be Darth Vader, you know? I wanted to be the Joker. I didn't want to be Batman. I wanted to be the Joker, you know? So for a while already, we've kind of already romanticized the bad guys as kind of like in the role of the good guys. Because now supervillains are given like motives, like sometimes scientific motives, to justify their evil actions and stuff. Like Dexter, like the show Dexter. He's not a traditional serial killer, but he goes and kills people that commit bad things. You see, but it's still romanticizing the serial killer thing. But yeah, that was a long monologue. But Wicked Milk pointed out something good there. Cosplayzano says, I walked up a lot of people if they do Charles Manson series. It'll wake up a lot of people if they do a Charles Manson series. Why would it wake up a lot of people, Cosplay? Why would it wake up a lot of people? Cosplayzano says, who's Ed Gale? Ed Gale is a horrible man, bro. Ed Gale. Wicked Milk says, you think I think I'm gonna buy a camera and start posting some vids about it. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Wicked Milk for sure, bro. If you're doing like, if you're like what did you say you're doing? You're like what did you say you're doing? Urban exploring. All right. So you said you're urban exploring, right? You're urban exploring. Yeah, bro. Get a GoPro or whatever camera you want. It doesn't even matter. Yeah, do it, and you just go record yourself, you and your crew right there doing your thing. Get a team together, you know, just make content, bro. Explore scary haunted places. Wicked Milk, now that you mentioned that you do urban exploring, explore scary haunted places, you know. You could start like a Ghost Hunters channel or something, you know, bro. Hell yeah. Alberiki says, look him up. Look him up. Oh yeah, Ed Gale. Ed Gale was one of the guys who played Chucky in the original Child's Play movie. He's one of the guys who played Chucky in the suit, you know, because back then there was no CGI and it was pretty hard to make the puppet walk. So they had to use a little short person, you know, and Ed Gale was one of those people. He was one of them. They use different short people. Wicked Milk says, nah, the problem isn't even that. It's that they do stuff for fictional reasons instead of taking the real attributes and portraying them. Oh yeah, I get what you mean though. I get what you mean. Like making them like look more attractive than what they were, you know? Like in the Dahmer series, Evan Peters plays Jeffrey Dahmer, obviously. But if you look at pictures of the real Jeffrey Dahmer, Evan Peters still looks more like yeah, obviously he's a man, but he's a 21st century man, you know? He's a 21st century man, and Jeffrey Dahmer was a 20th century man. So Evan Peters is still gonna have more of a feminine face than the real Jeffrey Dahmer did back in the day, because back in the day there was more testosterone in the dudes, you know. So Jeffrey Dahmer, that dude, he looked more masculine than the actor that plays him, you know. Evan Peters still has more like of a feminine looking face than the real Jeffrey Dahmer. So they did make him look more, try to make him look more attractive than what he was in person. In some pictures, that fool looks ugly as hell. When he's in jail already in real life, if you watch the interviews, he was already getting fat from his like neck and shit. Yeah, and what is it called? Ted Bundy. I mean, I'm a guy, and I think Ted Bundy looks like a middle-aged. Well, he was like a middle-aged man. But I don't know, if I was a girl, I would not find Ted Bundy attractive. He was like balding and shit. But in that Netflix movie, they got Zac Efron to play Ted Bundy, you know, because they want female viewership, you know, the Menendez brothers thing too. Well, those guys were from the 90s, so they were like so I guess it made more sense for them to make the Menendez brothers, I guess, get attractive actors to play them, because their case was a bit more recent still, you know. But yeah, like I said though, and Charlie Hunnam, who's gonna play Ed Gein, looks nothing like Ed Gein. Nothing at all like Ed Gein. Nothing at all. Also, the guy who played Richard Ramirez in American Horror Story, 1984, he didn't really look like Richard Ramirez. He kind of looked like him, like from far away shots, but once you get too close, he looks too Asian. He looks too Asian. Richard Ramirez didn't have like super Asian looking eyes like that. He had squinty eyes, but he looked more kind of like me, you know? The real Richard Ramirez. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Wicked Milk. Yeah, they completely fictionalized the crap out of them. Aporeki says, I want the kid who gets possessed in the Pope's Exorcist to play Isaac in my Children of the Corn. Castellano says, Aporeki, I will. Aporeki says, I want the ghost blonde boy from Five Nights at Freddy to play Malachi. That'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. Ghost Rider Edit says, what's up? What's up, Ghost Rider? How you doing? How you doing, Ghost Rider? Glad to see you doing well, bro. Glad to see you here on the channel again. Another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 46. Yeah, bro. How you doing today? Ghost Rider Wicked Milk says, Ed Gill was Chucky Dorf actor. He got caught in CC unit sting operation trying to meet up with a minor. Damn, that's wild, bro. That's just, damn, that's foul. That's foul. Castellano says, just where I'm from, a lot of people aren't educated with certain serial killers. That's why I said it'll wake people up. Oh, okay, awesome, yeah. I get you now. I get you, cosplay. I was just wondering what you meant by that. But no, I get you. I understand that, yeah. It'll broaden up their horizon about this stuff. And they won't just be so centered on one, like, specific stereotype. Ghost Rider Ed says, Leatherface was inspired by a real-life Leatherface. Yeah, Ed Gein. Leatherface was inspired by Ed Gein, bro, literally. Leatherface was inspired by Ed Gein. Wicked Milk says, yeah, bro, and also the media mold the fuck out of serial killers. They manipulate their interviews, etc. You seen the Richard Ramirez interview that got cut off? He was chill as fuck in that shit. Yeah, he was calm as hell. Like, yeah, man. Like, yeah, totally. I'm pretty sure the only times he was all wild was when he was committing crimes, you know? But it's the thing is that, here's the thing about serial killers is that, bro, my bad, guys, I had something in my eye. Here's the thing about serial killers is that a lot of people think serial killers are these brooding, always angry, hulking, freaking killing machines. They're not, bro. They're not. Watch the Jeffrey Dahmer interview, the real one. It's on YouTube. Watch the Richard Ramirez one, like Wicked Milk says. These fools are chill as fuck. These fools are chill as hell, dude. Real serial killers are chill as hell. You know why they're chill as hell? Because they gotta keep a certain charm. They gotta keep a certain charm for them to be able to fool their freaking prey to trusting them, you know? So they could get them in a vulnerable spot to do whatever it is that they're gonna do with them. That's why, dude, yeah, a lot of people think serial killers are like Michael Myers, and like, yeah, they kind of are like Michael Myers, some of them, but most of them talk. Like, and Jason, like, walking around just hulking, you know, just chopping everything they see. Nah, these fools are predators, bro. They're predators. They stalk their prey. They pick out who they're gonna go after. They pick out the most vulnerable people, you know? And that's what it is. The serial killers gotta keep a certain charm, you know, and charisma, so people trust them, and so people feel safe around them, and people think, oh, they're just a regular guy, you know? They'll probably even copy the mannerisms of the person they're with, you know, just so they could seem more normal to them. That's the thing, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, the media will make you think that these fools are just freaking crazy, hulking, ravaged ass freaking crazy fools. Nah, these fools are plotters, bro. Manipulators. Ghost Rider says, hey, Wicked Milk, did you ever drink a milk of Art the Clown? Wait, what? Hey, Wicked Milk, did you ever drink a milk of Art the Clown? Hey, Art the Clown milk would be cool, right? Imagine, guys. Imagine if they sold Art the Clown milk. If they had a milk carton with Art the Clown Terrifier milk. Oh, that'll be cool. They could have regular white milk, and then they could have strawberry milk for bloody milk. Dude, that is such good marketing right there. What do you guys think of that? Let me know, guys. What do you guys think of that? They've made Terrifier milk cartons with literally just milk. That one could be literally just white regular milk, and the other one could be strawberry milk or cherry milk, you know, red like blood. That'll be so cool. I'll probably do that for my clown character. Wicked Milk says, yeah, I had a glass of milk and some cookies for Christmas, huh? Ghost Rider says, I forgot stuff nowadays, dog. I forget stuff nowadays, dog. Damn, Ghost Rider's like, I forget stuff nowadays, dog. Like, fool, how old are you? You're like 11 or 12, bro. You shouldn't be forgetting shit. Apple Ricky says, I think Peter Duza, is that Peter Duza Fihoni would be perfect for Isaac, and Grant Feely would be perfect for Malachi. Also, Apple Ricky, what about the kid from the Chucky TV series? Apple Ricky, what about the Chucky from the what about the kid from the Chucky TV series? I could picture him as Isaac. Apple Ricky, that kid from the Chucky TV series, the little brother. The little brother. I could picture him as Isaac in the whole little pilgrim outfit. You ever thought about him? YK Zach says, "What's up, twin? What's up, YK Zach? How you doing? How you doing? Glad to see you here on the channel again. Another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 46, bro. Hell yeah, man! Please smash the thumbs up, yeah. YK Zach, please get us up to 22, please. Let me see." Yeah, we got some movie news. Wait, what? Wait, what? We got some alien Romulus news. Wicked Milk says facts. Ghost Rider Ed says way more scarier than Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees. Imagine Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees start doing it. Oh man, that'll be the worst horror movie ever. I don't want to even picture that in my brain. I don't want to picture a frame of that in my brain. Wicked Milk says, laugh out loud, that'd be sick. Wicked Milk, well, what would be sick? The milk idea? Wicked Milk, are we talking about the milk idea that I just talked about? Garcia Hotspur says, do you play Devil May Cry? I used to play Devil May Cry back in the early 2000s. I remember that game used to come in a double pack with Resident Evil Code Veronica. Well, actually, you would buy Resident Evil Code Veronica X, and then Devil May Cry would come in as an extra game. Yeah, I played Devil May Cry. It's about some like it's kind of like an anime game. It looked like, and it's about like you're like in this dark hallway, and like puppets drop from the ceiling, and they try to kill you with like swords and knives and axes and just sharp items. And then you're like a samurai or a ninja or something, and then you pull out your sword and you gotta kill the puppets. And like blood splats at the screen and stuff. Yeah, bro, I would love to make a movie about that. Devil May Cry, that would be sick as hell. I would make it dark. They would be like in a dark, giant, deserted mansion. Old Hollywood style mansion. Yeah, dude, that would be a badass movie. Devil May Cry. Garcia Hotspur, if you're new here, welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. My name is Frank. Today's Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 46. Please smash the thumbs up right there. Yeah, guys? Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Let's get it up to 22. So more people could join us here. Cosplayzano says, you ever watch Phantasm? I think so. Let me see. Let me just see the poster quick. Just to get a reminder. I don't think I've seen it, dude. I don't want to say I did. I'm looking at the movie and yeah, I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I've seen it, man. My bad, Cosplayzano. It looks like it's an old movie, though. Looks like it's from the 60s. Wicked Milk says, you seen Dexter Resurrection? No, I haven't seen it yet. But I've seen the old one. I just haven't gotten the chance to watch some new stuff, bro. I haven't even caught up on Alien Earth. Apple Ricky retracted her message. Cosplayzano retracted message. Wicked Milk says, yeah. The Art the Clown milk thing, that would be cool, right? What one would be the regular white milk, and the other one be the red strawberry bloody milk. That'd be good marketing. I think I might do that for my clown character. Cosplayzano says, Ghost Michael and Jason doing is a violation to the true fans of those franchises. I know, right? That's crazy, right, Cosplay? Wicked Milk says, they should remake Devil May Cry 3. Oh, that would be interesting. Apple Ricky says, you mean Callum Vinson? Yes, Apple Ricky. Yes, I forgot his name. Callum Vinson, yeah. I could sick picture him as Isaac. He just looks like Isaac to me. He's got that bowl cut, kind of like I got right now. And I could picture him with the little pilgrim hat and the little outfit and the shoes with the little shoe buckles. I think Callum Vinson will be a great Isaac. Ghost Rider says, I kind of forget like minor shit, but I still forget. Yeah, me too, bro. No worries, me too. Leroy Lorax says, for some reason I wore a metal hair band in high school. Who cares, bro? I like hair metal. Hair metal's cool too. It's still rock and roll. Garcia Hofsper says, did you hear about Charlie Kirk Damn. Yeah, I did hear about that. That is pretty damn wild. That is pretty damn wild. That's all I can say. That is wild. I saw the video too. I saw the video. That shit was wild. It looked like a movie. It looked like a special effect in a movie. I be making movies sometimes, and we be using blood pumps, and bro, that dude's neck, the blood pumped out just like a blood pump on a movie set, just gushing out. Dude, it's cause if you get stabbed or shot in the jugular, there's a lot of blood that flows through here, bro. A lot of blood. You got a lot of arteries right here that have blood. And like once you pop one of those, you're done, dude. You're done. That's it. That's it. You're gonna bleed out to death. I'm pretty sure he was bleeding out from here and choking on his own blood when he fell on the floor. Yeah, bro, that was wild. That shit just, yeah, for a second, if you zoom in on the video for a second, like you see the shot right there on his neck. And like, dude, if you watch the video, you see that, like, if you zoom it in, you look at his neck, like when the bullet goes in, it takes like a millisecond for the blood to start spurting out. You just see a black hole on his neck, which is blood around the edges. And like a millisecond later, the blood starts. You just see him like go like that, and then he has a hole here, and then just blood starts. It was wild, bro. Wild. Ghost Rider Reddit says, imagine Michael was a violator. He kind of is in a way, bro. Hey, Ghost Rider Reddits. Michael is a violator kind of in a way. He violates people's space. He breaks entries. That's a violation. Yeah, definitely. He murders people. That's a violation. Ghost Rider Cosplayzano says, Ghost, no. Apple Ricky says, I don't know if you'll be too short. No, who cares? He's perfect. He's got the look, Apple Ricky. Honestly, even if he's too short, Apple Ricky, it doesn't even matter. You know why? Because that'll actually work in your favor. Because the shorter he is, the more imposing it's gonna be. That, oh man, these older kids and these other kids are taking orders from this smaller kid. You know, it's gonna be like. It's gonna be like, even though he's smaller, he's still more powerful and smarter than the other kids in the cult, you know? Apple Ricky says, I can see him playing either Isaac or Evan. Yeah, totally, yeah. Now you see it, Apple Ricky, right? You see the vision, right? You see the vision. We're connecting with ideas. Wicked Milk says, damn, Ghost, you gotta get checked out for short-term memory loss, bro. Why, bro? How is he? I know he's only 11, Wicked Milk, and I can't believe that's happening to him. Cosmizano says Phantasm is old, but it's creepy about a wicked mortician. That's all I'll give away. Awesome, bro. Hell yeah. I'll have to check it out on some free time. Wicked Milk says, like, for real. Ghost Rider says, thanks, Wicked Milk. Apple Ricky says, I do like your idea. Thank you, Apple Ricky. Wicked Milk says, was good. Y'all joining the Grindhouse watch party this weekend? Well, what is that? What's the Grindhouse watch party? Wicked Milk says it's gonna be online, of course. What is that? Wicked Milk, where do I watch that at? Ghost Rider says, I think you misunderstood Frank. He is maybe talking about YouTube Charlie Kirk. Yes, I know who he's talking about. I think wait. I think you misunderstood Frank. He is maybe, no, that's who I'm talking about. That's who he's talking about. Ghost Rider Reddit. He is talking about Charlie Kirk, the podcaster, the YouTuber guy. That dude. I don't even want to mention these people on this channel, bro. Let's stop talking about that. But yeah, him. Ghost Rider Reddit says, I also mean a different type of, yeah, I know what that means, Ghost Rider, but we can't say that. We can't say that on the channel, bro. Can't say that. Wicked Milk says, Wicked Milk says, damn, bro, my dumb tripping, though. You was running Dead by Daylight in the background, laughing my ass off. Dead by Daylight? Oh, no, I'm not. It's just the background that I put. Just bats and stuff, you know? Check it out. It's like bats flying around. I should let you guys see that more often. Should be more in the corner right here. Apple Ricky says, you know what? You're right. He can't just dye his hair black. Yeah, he could. Yeah, Apple Ricky. That's what I'm saying. He's perfect for Isaac. He's got that little round face that that the original actor in the first Children of the Corn had. I just think he looks spot on, dude. Yeah, maybe just brown up his hair a bit, maybe darken it up like this, like mine, and bam, you know, you got Isaac. Maybe give him some contacts, give him some maybe blue eyes, you know, or green eyes to make him look more like imposing. Maybe blue, yeah, I'd say green eyes, so they could look more reptilian, lizard-like, demonic. Apareki says Evan is the good kid. Who knows what's up with Isaac? Isaac's crazy. Apareki says, should Callum play Isaac or Evan? I say Isaac. Apareki, Callum Vincent. He should be your Isaac. He definitely should be your Isaac. Wicked Milk says, yes, bro. Short-term memory loss in kids is the worst type of memory loss because of its early development. Damn, bro. That's crazy. I'm glad I didn't have that growing up. Damn, that's crazy. I forget stuff sometimes, but not all the time. Especially since I don't smoke so much pot anymore like when I was younger. When I was younger and I smoked a lot of pot, then I would forget a lot of shit. But now when I'm older, now I don't smoke as much. Yeah, I'll forget stuff here and there, but not all the time though. So that's crazy. Wicked Ghost Rider says, Wicked Milk, don't make me stress more because I stressed from the time I woke up. Damn. Ghost Rider says, or I'm going to time you out. Damn. Libra Lorax says, had you once thought of getting a nose piercing? Yeah, not really, bro. Not my style. Not my style, bro. I'm an old school guy, man. I don't need piercings on my nose, or I did have earrings when I was younger, but that's when I was younger though, like in high school. Nah, I'm an old school guy, bro. I don't need piercings. I need more tattoos. That's what I need though. I need more tattoos. I got this tattoo and I got this tattoo. That's what I like. I like tattoos. I don't really like piercings that much. I like tattoos more. Wicked Milk says, yes, bro. It's literally a Grindhouse watch party for free and without ads. They got like in real life chat box in the corner. I think they did a screamathon once. Oh, hey, well, what's this website called? Wicked Milk, what's this website called? Apple Ricky says, okay, I actually like that better. Yeah, totally. I told you, Apple Ricky. Wicked Milk says, they did, see what it did. Wait, what? What do you mean, Wicked Milk? They did, see what I did? What's the name of the website, Wicked Milk? Ghost Rider says, I get brain fog and shit. Oh, okay. Man, that sucks, bro. That sucks. Apple Ricky says, Grant Freely is definitely taller than Callum, so I love the idea. Thanks, Frank. Yes, I told you, Apple. Apple Ricky says, thanks. He'd be great as Isaac and Grant Freely as Malachi. Yup. Wicked Milk says, can I drop the line here? I don't know if it's going to be taken down by YouTube. Yeah, you could drop the line here. I could read it in my mind. Yeah, just drop it. Just drop it. Just drop it, bro. Just drop it. Just drop it, Wicked Milk. I'm gonna get into the next movie news, guys. We're gonna get into the next movie news while Wicked Milk says, all right, bet, all right, cool. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Do your thing. Apple Ricky says in the makeup trailer we can just dye his hair black. Yeah, they have black hairspray dye that just washes off after. Apple Ricky, so yeah, he's good. Or you could just get a good expensive wig that looks real. Either one. Depending on your budget, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get a wig though. If he doesn't want to dye his hair, you could just get a wig that matches his hairstyle. Or like I said, you could get a hairspray dye that comes off in the shower. All right, guys. So yeah, ITC.ua, guys, is reporting the director of Alien Romulus quits to make way for Ridley Scott. Insiders say. All right, we'll get into that right now. Wicked Milk says they usually join. Wait. Wicked Milk, they usually join at the start of the weekend, but there's some cold motherfuckers and shit. Okay, so like Wicked Milk, so when can we join then? When can we join? When can we join? If not today, when can we join? Apple Ricky says, I like the dye hair. Yeah. I've used the hairspray dye before. Trust me, it washes off. Ghost Rider Reddit says, search about golden brown in YouTube. Hold on, give me a second, Ghost Rider Reddit. Give me a second, because I'm kind of late behind on the movie news. I'm kind of late behind on the movie news. I'll check it out right now, though. Golden Brown. All right, the director of Alien Romulus quits sequel to make way for Ridley Scott. Insiders say. Fede Alvarez, what? Fede Alvarez, damn, that sucks. He's a good director. I love him. Fede Alvarez wrote the script for the sequel to the movie Alien Romulus, but last week he announced that he would not return to directing. The reason is rumored to be creative conflict with Ridley Scott. Damn, I hate that. In his latest official statement, Alvarez said decided to pass the baton to a successor, and the search for a new director continues. Insider Jeff Snyder, via Word of Rio, instead says that Fede was asked to leave the project and that the initiative was taken by Scott himself. This whole idea of we're passing the baton, well, you've been talking and planning all this for the last year. Fede wanted to invite Michael Fassbender, but Ridley said no because I might want to come back to the franchise. Obviously, Ridley will win this battle. It was a creative disagreement, so to speak. The conflict is a very real reason, given that back in June, Alvarez, who created the box office success Alien Romulus, said in June that he was preparing a sequel and planned to start shooting with his own direction this fall. Damn, we got robbed of another awesome sequel. Obviously, the choice of a new director will now fall on Scott's shoulders. Perhaps Alien Romulus 2 will be directed by the creator of the hit series Alien Earth, Noah Hawley, or Ridley will keep the role for himself. It's quite possible, as a director who launched the franchise with 1979's Alien and directed two controversial prequels, Prometheus and Covenant, in August announced that we'll make another Alien if he gets a good idea. So it appeared, but in someone else's head. Alien Romulus with Kaylee Spaney as a modern Ripley was released last year as an unexpected box office hit, earning a $350 million at the box office on a relatively modest budget, $80 million. The reviews were not that great, or the main drawbacks were identified as the controversial final act. Currently, Romulus 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. Damn, that sucks. Damn, we have another Latino director. We have another awesome Hispanic Latino director, and now he's not even doing Alien Romulus anymore. Alien Romulus 2, that sucks, bro. The first one was so good. I loved it. It made me feel kind of like the original Alien again a bit. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks, bro. That sucks. That sucks so much. That sucks so much. That sucks so much. All right, so Golden Brown. What is it called? Golden Brown? Hey, Ghost Rider, what's Golden Brown? Apple Ricky says he actually looks like John Franklin as Isaac. Ah, that's cool. I told you, Apple Ricky. I told you. I'm like a freaking casting director, bro. I'm like a professional casting director. When I see someone in a role, and I could picture them in that role, it's because they look pretty much on par to that character in real life. Wicked Milk says, "Oh, I can't send the link in here, bro." Oh, damn. Wicked Milk says, "I'm gonna send you on IG though." Okay, bro, that's even better. Apple Ricky says he's 11, so he'd be good. Yeah, that'd be perfect age. That's the age. That's like around the age Isaac was. That's like around the age Isaac was. Apple Ricky in the original. Ghost Rider retracted his message. Ghost Rider, it says, "What are you talking about, Apple Ricky? I am 11 years old." Apple Ricky says, "I'm talking about my Children of the Corn remake." Ghost Rider, it says, "So who is the father, bro?" What? Hey, Ghost Rider edits. What is Golden Brown? I just looked it up. What's Golden Brown? What's Golden Brown, bro? What is it? What's Golden Brown? Is it a movie or something? Click. Click on which one, though? What is it, bro? Because if it's copyrighted music, I can't play it on the channel. Oh, I see. Hey, Ghost Rider, I can't play it. I can't play it. It's copyrighted, bro. It says right here, Golden Brown, The Stranglers. That's a music group. That's an old music group. Yeah, I can't play it, bro. That's copyrighted, bro. It's music, though. Most music, bro, is copyrighted. Most older music is copyrighted. Like if you show me music that's like by local artists and stuff, then I could play it, you know? But music that's copyrighted by record label, I can't play it, bro. My bad. I'll check it out on my own time though, Ghost Rider. Apareki says, I didn't like the 2009 remake. The guy who played Isaac looked nothing like him, just gets a shit. That's funny, Apareki. Yeah, I like the original Isaac the most. That's why I'm able to picture Callum Vincent as Isaac. Especially the first time I saw Callum Vincent, first time I saw him was in the Chucky TV series in season 3, I think, when they're at the White House. And the first time I saw him, I was like, this kid reminds me of someone. But I couldn't really put it on my, like, really pinpoint to what at the moment until I watched Children of the Corn, the first one, like a few weeks later. And then I was like, oh, this kid looks like freaking Isaac, bro. I was like, this kid could totally play Isaac in a Children of the Corn remake, you know? You could sick picture him with the little pilgrim hat, the little outfit with the white collar right here, the little shoes with the shoe buckles, all that. All that stuff, yo. Oh yeah, let's keep smashing the thumbs up right there, guys. Let's get it up to 22. Aporeki says that 2009 Isaac looked like the kid from Zathura. Zathura? I never really liked Zathura, that movie. I mean, it was, I guess it was like whatever. It was like a modern Jumanji or whatever, but I like Jumanji more. Wicked Milk says, bro, they lost a good chance on releasing Scream 7 trailers for the Conjuring premiere. Yeah, they didn't release it. They didn't release it. They didn't release it, huh? They're lagging with that trailer. All right, guys, here, I got another article to read right here. It's a Friday the 13th article. This is a Friday the 13th TV series article. So all you Jason heads, everyone that's a Jason fan, listen up. Hey, everyone that's a Jason fan, everyone that is a Jason fan here, listen the hell up, all right? Here, listen the hell up. Listen the hell up, all right, guys? So, whoever's a Jason fan, listen up. Cinema Blend. Cinema Blend is reporting here on Cinema Blend. Oh, give me a second. Cinema Blend. I am dying to see. I am dying to see Crystal Lake, but have questions about the Friday the 13th prequel series. So someone has some questions about the show. Someone has some questions. Let me see what it is right here. Let's go over this article. Hold on. Apple Ricky says, look up Zathura with Josh Hutcherson. 2009 Isaac looks like the little brother in the movie. Yeah, I know. I seen Zathura, Apple Ricky. I seen Zathura. I seen that movie. That movie came out when I was like in middle school, like in 2005. Yeah, I remember that movie. Wicked Milk says Zathura was sick. All right, so right here it says, lately we have seen popular horror franchises continue in the form of a TV show. One of the most anticipated instances is a Friday the 13th spin-off series called Crystal Lake. The upcoming horror TV show has actually been in development since 2022, and at one time was thought to be canceled, but is now moving forward toward its long-awaited premiere faster than Jason Voorhees stalks his victims. Learn all about what we know about the Crystal Lake with the following guide with the upcoming A24 TV show. Quick facts about Crystal Lake. Before I discuss some of the things that the Crystal Lake has me racking my brains over, let's unmask some of the confirmed facts that we know about the series so far. about the series so far. So yeah, right here. Right here. What is the Crystal Lake premiere date? There is no telling when you should prepare to return to camp at the moment, because Crystal Lake has no set premiere date as of August 2025. It is unlikely we will find it showing up to the 2025 TV premiere schedule, but we can tell you that the series will be available to stream with a Peacock subscription upon release. Awesome. What is Crystal Lake about? Yeah, that's what everyone's really curious, you know. What is Crystal Lake about? So so basically, I kind of see it like almost like Pamela and Jason fake the drowning in a sense, just to have an excuse for her to go on a rampage, like freaking Tommy Vercetti in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Anyone familiar with the Friday the 13th movies knows the legend of Jason Voorhees, a young boy who drowned in the waters of Camp Crystal Lake, while two counselors who should have been keeping watch were engaging in lewd activity. This would send the boy's mother, Pamela, down a dark, murderous path, seeking to avenge her son by ridding the world of as many debaucherous youths as possible, as seen in the 1980 slasher movie favorite that started it all. Not much else is known about Jason, who would rise from the dead to finish what his mother started, and Pamela Voorhees, from before the tragic incident. That is where Crystal Lake comes in. Plot details are still scarce for now, but what we do know that the series will serve as a prequel to the beloved horror movie franchise, taking place during the early years of the eponymous place that made Friday the 13th summer horror movie classic. The Crystal Lake cast. The Friday the 13th franchise has made horror movie icons out of a few different actors, such as Kane Hodder, who is one of the most famous people to wear the hockey mask as Jason Voorhees. Maybe the same will happen for the members of the Crystal Lake cast, which includes a couple of genre veterans already. Take a look at who plays who in the upcoming series, as confirmed by NBC. So yeah, we already know this. Linda Cardinelli, Pamela Voorhees, William Catlett, Levin Brooks, Devin Kessler, Brian Brooks, I guess they're related. Cameron Scoggins Dorff. What a name. Dorff. That's a dorky name. Gwendolyn Sunstorm, Grace, Callum Benson. Hey, Callum Benson. We were just talking about Callum Benson. He's young Jason Voorhees. Adrian King. Oh, what? No way. Adrian King is back? Oh, shit. Yeah, because she was originally going to be in the original, before Peacock. Remember when this series was going to be done by Peacock? Adrian King was going to be in it, and she's also going to be in it again. Adrian King, the first actor confirmed to appear in the Crystal Lake cast, was the Friday the 13th franchise's original icon final girl. Adrian King, who confirmed the news on her official website, who the actor is playing remains a mystery for now. However, I think it would have been cool to see her play the new Pamela, whose head was chopped off in the original by King's character, Alice Hardy, and what would have been the ultimate example of someone becoming their own worst enemy. Awesome. Brad Caleb Kane is the showrunner. Okay, so yeah, that's the guy who's pretty much running the show. Running things as the head counselor at Crystal Lake is Brad Caleb Kane, who, according to Deadline, was announced as the showrunner in 2024 after the production was put on hold following Hannibal developer Brian Fuller's exit from the position. He is also a showrunner for another TV series spin-off from an acclaimed horror movie, It, Welcome to Derry, which will be available to stream on HBO Max, subscription October 2025. Yeah! Also, It, Welcome to Derry's coming up. Ghost Rider says Arudo Stormlands versus Guts, Berserk. I'm gonna say Stormblades. I'm gonna say Arudo Stormblades because he sounds more tough. Apple Ricky says, look up 2009 Isaac. Like, why use a blonde kid for Isaac? I'll check it out right now, Apple. Let me just finish the article. Jose Gomez says, hello, Frank. I'm watching Sleepwalkers 1992. What's up, Jose Gomez? Glad to see you, bro. Glad to see you're doing okay. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. It's a badass movie. Sleepwalkers 1992. Another horror classic. Yeah, bro. Glad to see you here again. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, man. Get us up to 22, Jose. Get us up to 22 so more people could join us here on this live stream. Please smash the thumbs up, Jose. All right, cool. So, yeah. So, he's the showrunner. Okay, so, yeah. There is a new Friday the 13th movie in the works. Counting 2003's Freddy vs. Jason. There are 12 Friday the 13th movies, which makes Crystal Lake the lucky 13th installment of the franchise. However, fans can also expect to see a 13th official feature on its way. What? We're actually going to get Friday the 13th, Part 13, as reported by Bloody Disgusting Horror Inc. Vice President Robbie Barsamian confirmed at 2025 San Diego Comic-Con that the long-awaited new Friday the 13th movie is in development. And that's not all. He also adds that a follow-up to the 2017 video game inspired the franchise is in the works too. So yeah, we did talk about the video game as well. Question, and yeah, the movie though, that's what I'm curious about now. They gotta start talking about that movie more, but I think they're gonna freaking wait until the show's done. Questions I have about Crystal Lake. Because we still know so little about Crystal Lake, I have a few questions about that. I have a few questions about that have been cutting away at me lately. Will any of the original script be used? Back when Brian Fuller was still the showrunner, Crystal Lake Bloody Disgusting reported that he hired Kevin Williamson Kevin Williamson from Scream fame as a writer. The Scream movies creator, who is helming Scream 7, later shared in a tweet that he penned an episode that was essentially an hour long chase sequence, which is something I would love to see. So I'm hoping for that. If anything, this is one aspect from the Fuller-headed production that is not completely scrapped and is part of the final product. Will other franchise veterans appear? The casting of Adrienne King, the original Final Girl, has me wondering, or more accurately hoping, if she will be the first of several actors added to the Crystal Lake cast whose previous involvement in the Friday the 13th movies made them into horror movie icons. For instance, it would be fun to at least see a cameo by Corey Feldman. Hey, that would be interesting. A cameo by Corey Feldman? That would be interesting. The first actor to play Tommy Jarvis is 1984's Friday the 13th final chapter. Kane Hodder, a veteran stuntman who became one of the most beloved actors to portray Jason Voorhees after joining the franchise in 1988 with Friday the 13th New Blood. Kevin Bacon, who is relatively unknown when his character suffered one of the original slasher movie classics' most unique kills. An especially epic idea might be to involve Ari, I'm butchering this name, Ari Lehman or Lemon, the very first actor to play Jason in the shocking jump scare from the end of the first film. Yeah, that would be sick too. Will the series explore the lake's origin? Yeah, oh, he's that guy who plays the little young Jason from the first movie, and he pulls Adrienne King. Rogue One says, "What's up, my people? What's up, Rogue One? How you doing, Rogue One? Just got here. What did I miss? Oh, you missed a few horror movie news, bros. You missed a few conversations and a few articles on some horror movie news. But you can always rewind it and check it out, bro. It's all good. No worries, Rogue One. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Rogue One. Hell yeah, get us up to 23, Rogue One. Please smash the thumbs up. Rogue One, please smash the thumbs up if you haven't already, please. Yeah. So yeah, the slasher movie unique kills, especially. Okay. Will the series explore the lake's origin? One of the most perplexing mysteries surrounding the Friday the 13th movies is just how Jason Voorhees manages to return from the dead over and over again, and whether or not the source of his immortality is some supernatural force existing in Crystal Lake itself. I would be interested in seeing them explain this in the new series, unless it decides to double down on the concept of Jason being I don't know what this word is, deity or Deadeye from the Evil Dead movies. Oh, Deadeye, yeah, I was pronouncing it. I'm a dumbass. Deadeye from the Evil Dead movies, which is implied in 1993's Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. Will Crystal Lake play an homage to Friday the 13th, the series? Yeah, there was. So for anyone who doesn't know, there was already a Friday the 13th TV series in the 90s, but it had nothing to do with Jason. It was like an anthology series, just like the Freddy's Nightmares, and just like how Halloween wanted to be an anthology series. So they were all going for anthology stuff back then as well. Crystal Lake is actually not the first TV show inspired by the Friday the 13th franchise. That would be the Emmy-nominated Friday the 13th, the series, which aired on CBS from 1987 to 1990, a year before I was born. the show was canceled. And it followed a group of people seeking to retrieve cursed artifacts. Well, it really has no other connection to Jason Voorhees outside of its namesake. I think it would be fun to see the widely forgotten show pay homage to the new series in some way, shape, or form. I'm happy to see more TV shows based on horror movies being made. And speaking as someone who does not even have the strongest affinity for the Friday the 13th series, Crystal Lake is one I am very looking much forward to. All right, that's it, guys. Hell yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. That is gonna be sick as hell. That is gonna be sick as hell. Apple Ricky, what did you want me to look up? Look up the 2009 Isaac. Children of the Corn 2009. All right, hold on. Apple Ricky, this kid, huh? Was it this one? I think there was a few remakes, nah? Am I looking at the right movie? Apple Ricky says Stephen King wanted nothing to do with the remake. Aha. That's good. Crimson Real Studio says, have you ever played Resident Evil 4? Yes, bro. I played almost all the Resident Evil games growing up. Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 was my favorite one. Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Code Veronica X. I think, is there any other ones that I've missed? Apple Ricky, is it this one? Apple, let me know. Is it this kid? Apple Ricky, was it this kid? Am I looking at the right shot? Apple Ricky, was that the right kid? Yeah, if that's the right kid, I didn't really like his look. He doesn't look imposing. He doesn't have those crazy eyes. He does not have those crazy eyes. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Let's get it up to 23. We're almost there. We got 12 minutes left, guys. We got 12 minutes left, and I'm cutting the live stream. We got 12 minutes left. Wicked Milk says, y'all playing the clown theme in Urethra live tomorrow? Hee hee. Yeah. Yeah, hey, my bad. I couldn't go live with the band last week. My brother, who's also my drummer, he had messed up his hand. My drummer. Hey, Wicked Milk, we couldn't go live last week because my brother, who's also my drummer, like I said, he had crushed his hand at work and it was swollen, so we couldn't go practice. But we'll definitely go live tomorrow. Definitely we'll be in the studio tomorrow. No excuses. We'll definitely be there tomorrow. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Wicked Milk. Expect us to go live and do a little jam session like around 5, 6-ish. Cosplayzano says, take care, everyone. Good evening, good night, everyone. And Frank, get you a fat burrito. La Fela, give me one too. All right, take care. Take care, Cosplay. Take care, bro. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening too, bro. Enjoy the rest of your week and weekend. Yeah, guys, we got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. Wicked Milk says, see ya, fam. Later on, Wicked Milk, if you're out of here too. Later on, bro. Later on. Later on. Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah. Got 9 minutes left. 9 minutes, everyone. I'm gonna start getting the room set up. Some light on already. Got 9 minutes left. Damn, I forgot to put the link in my freaking Instagram, like always. Check out the room, guys. Check out the room. Got a lot of cool stuff in this room. Check it out. Got my flashback mask right here. Got my Halloween Kills flashback mask to 78. I just made it with the Tots mask. I made this flashback mask with the Tots mask. You just gotta find a mask that doesn't have that castle stretch. Wicked Milk says, bro, I think Scream 7 trailer coming till this Halloween. That's even better. Honestly, think that's better. Wicked Milk says, yeah, bro, you getting some cool trophies. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Yeah. This is screen used. Not in an actual Halloween movie, though, but it's screen used in my fan film. What is it called? Which one was it? The Nightmare Continues. This one is screen used in The Nightmare Continues, a Halloween 1978 fan film. Yeah, this one is screen used. In my Halloween 78 fan film. I love this mask, bro. My flashback mask right here. This Ends mask is going to be screen used as well soon. Oh yeah, I got a lot of stuff here, bros. A lot of stuff. Also got this. Check it out, guys. Look. This came in the mail yesterday. This came in the mail yesterday. So we're making a Halloween Ends fan film now. So I'm pretty sure all of you know already, right? We're making a Halloween Ends fan film. And I had to order another Halloween Ends mask. We have to have a few doubles of the mask, you know? We have to have a few doubles on the mask. So yeah, I'm probably going to start painting and decorating this mask for a shoot. Probably tomorrow. But it's a fresh, brand new Halloween Ends mask. I have another one up in my closet, another brand new one as well. I ordered two because we need to have a few of them. We need to have a few of them. Yeah, I love Halloween Ends. I actually like Halloween Ends. A lot of people don't like it, but I actually like it. Wicked Milk says, oh, hell yeah. Wicked Milk says, yo, any news on the Richard Ramirez film that you're going to be on? Oh, yeah, that fat. Yeah, I won't start working on that until, like, probably like January or February of next year. I'll start prepping for that, you know? Right now we're gonna start focusing on Halloween Ends. Also, guys, to whoever's still there, I think on Horror Sundays, I might be starting Horror Sundays a little later this Sunday and maybe the coming Sundays, because like I said, I kind of got a job right there in Beverly Hills. I'm helping out these producers. What is it called? Map out some shots for a movie they want to do, and they hired me to do some camera work for them. So I'm gonna be busy on Sundays in the morning. I don't know what time I'll be getting out from those meetings, but probably hopefully like around 12 or something, you know, so I could, but like in case I get out later, I'll post something on the community post and let you guys know what time I'll be starting the lives on Sunday. Yeah, because I'll be doing camera work for an actual movie, dude. That's crazy. It's going to be like an Amazon movie. I'm actually going to be doing camera work for an actual movie, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. Wicked Milk says, yo, that's sick. Yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I never thought that, like, just making fan films Like it's crazy because I was there in the boardroom meeting with these two producers of the movie, and they gave me a script, bro, like a 120 something page script, and they told me to read it, and they just told me to start mapping out shots and what I picture in my head and what the shots will look like. And then we got together, and I showed them all my drawings, and they started picking out which shots they like best and which ones they're gonna use. And these guys, they want me to work with them, you know, so they keep hitting me up and stuff to go to the office with them right there. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting working on an actual set, because like when I make my fan films, those are my sets, you know, that's my friends, that's people I know, you know, we're all doing it for free, you know, because it's a fan film. But this is gonna be this is gonna be more like a job, you know. This is gonna be more like a job, so I won't be able to just joke around, you know, and kid around or you go smoke or stuff like that, you know. You gotta be professional, you know. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting working on a real set. Juan Simo Alonso says, "I remember you. What's up, Juan Simo Alonso? How you doing? How you doing, Juan Simo Alonso? Glad to see you here on another live stream here on the channel, here on Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today's Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 46. Please smash the thumbs up, yeah? Juan Simo Alonso, get us up to 24. Please, man. Get us up to 24. Juan Simo. Wicked Milk says, yo, Frank, you want to see a film I did film I did in-game? Yeah, bro. Yeah, send it to me. Send it to Instagram. Send it to Instagram, bro. Send it to Instagram. Juan Simo says, okay. Yeah, we're up to 24. Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, Wicked Milk, send it to Instagram. Yeah, send me everything. Yeah. Bro, I wish YouTube let you send messages. That would be cool, right? That would be cool if YouTube would let you send messages. Wicked Milk says, bet. Hey, for real, right? Bet, bro. Bet. But yeah, bro, we're making a Halloween Ends fan film. We should start shooting in the next 2 weeks. I just got to decorate this mask. I got to get that done this weekend. Juan Simo says, what is your favorite YouTube? My favorite YouTube? What do you mean my favorite YouTube? My favorite YouTuber? Me. I'm my favorite YouTuber. I'm my favorite YouTuber. No, I'll be honest. Like, before I did YouTube, I used to watch, like, I Like Scary, Killjoy Jake, Night Watch Zone, Haunted Hippie, Sister Pam, you know? So I liked watching all of them, you know? So I pretty much just molded myself after them, you know? And I was like, hey, I know pretty much everything they know as well about movies and shit, you know? So I just started my own channel. I was like, dude, I could do that too, you know? Awesome. Thank you for the heart. When Simo says my favorite YouTuber is you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Troll Campbell says, oh, Halloween Ends film will be good. Yes. A troll. We are making a Halloween Ends fan film. Look, we got the mask. We got our mask in the mail yesterday. We will start shooting this Halloween Ends fan film in the next week or so, or 2 weeks. The only thing I mainly gotta do is just gotta freaking paint the mask. So I'm just gonna decorate it, make it look old and rotten and stuff, add better cotton and stuff, you know? Paint, color in the cracks, you know, and all that stuff, you know? But yes, guys, yes, we are making a Halloween Ends fan film. I'm proud to announce it. We got our mask here. It just needs to get rehauled. I can't wait, though. It's going to be cool, bro. We're going to be down there in the sewers. My friend Brian, who plays Dr. Loomis in my Halloween 78 fan films, he's going to be playing Michael this time. So he's going to look just like him. He's bald, just like James Jude Courtney. He's tall as, he's like 6 something. So it's going to be perfect. We got our own Corey Cunningham. Our own character inspired by Corey Cunningham. So it's going to be great. Let's see. Wicked Milk says, yeah, bro, would it be better? You could be able to filter channel messages and stuff, so it would be easier to reaching out. Yeah, right? Dude, for real. Also, YouTube should let you post stories. Wicked Milk, don't you think it would be cool if YouTube would let you post stories? Wicked Milk says, like if some studio sees your work and finds it interesting, it's easier to contact you. Yeah, that's exactly what happened here, bro. That's exactly what happened here. My friend Hector from Subtle Point, he's an Uber driver here in LA, and he gave a ride one day to this. I'm not gonna mention him by name, you know, but he's a pretty well-known guy. He's a pretty well-known guy here, around here in Hollywood. He's an actor as well, and he met him on a car ride. And he saw that my friend Hector makes synth music with a synthesizer. And this guy happened to be making a horror movie at the time. This is like over a year ago. And this guy happened to be making a horror movie at the time. And he asked my friend Hector to make him 80s style, kind of like John Carpenter horror movie music for this horror movie he's making. And he ended up doing that. At the same time, he asked him if he knew anyone that knew how to do camera work. And my friend Hector showed him the music videos that I made for him. And then after that, this producer found my YouTube channel and saw my films, my fan films, my horror films, and he said he liked the camera work I got with just cheap phones, and he thought I could do good work with the real camera, you know. So now I'm in this position now where I'm meeting up with these producers in Beverly Hills, like 3 or 4 times a week sometimes, you know, and we're right there in a cold ass meeting room, we're just right there drawing storyboards and making shot lists for a movie we're gonna be shooting soon. So it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Like my life is like all this crazy stuff that I didn't expect to happen. Like it's happening. It's like this was just a hobby for me, you know? Like making films was just a hobby for me. And now that I'm in this room, like what is it called? Like drawing storyboards for 2 professional filmmakers, I'm just like, bro, like at first this was just a hobby. Now, like eventually it turns into a job sometimes for some people, you know? Juansimo says, what kind of Halloween outfit are you gonna wear for trick-or-treating? Because I'm gonna be Ghostface. Awesome. So Juansimo, I haven't decided yet what I want to be for Halloween, because I made a badass Jason Voorhees costume for my Friday the 13th fan film. I made a badass 2009 Jason costume. I also have a badass Halloween Flashback 78 costume, and I also have a badass Ghostface costume. So I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided what I want to be yet. There's also a chance like maybe I could be Art the Clown. So I haven't decided yet, though. I haven't decided. Rogue One says, hell yeah, that's what's up. Can't wait for that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So a lot of cool stuff is happening right now, guys. A lot of cool stuff is happening right now. But yeah, it's already 7:02, guys. Thank you so much, Hollywood Horror Film Club, Ghostface and Michael Myers collectors, for joining me here on another live stream here on the channel for Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 46. Thank you so much for all the new subs that subbed, all the new watchers. Like I always say, please smash the like and subscribe button. It really helps us out in the algorithm. Smash the bell notification to be notified when I go live or upload new videos here on the channel. Hit the comments below. Share these videos with everyone you know so we can keep making more horror content here on the channel. Also follow me on Instagram for more horror content. Link down in the description of this live. And if you'd like to leave a donation to the channel, you know sometimes we run out of fake blood, prosthetics, props, or movies. Cash App link down below. If not, just keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. If you can't do that, just keep smashing the thumbs up. All right, guys, take care. Juansimo says, okay. Wicked Milk says, I'd love to go trick-or-treating as Ghostface, but they don't do that stuff here. That sucks, man. That sucks. Wicked Milk, take care, bro. I'll see you guys on Sunday. I'll let you guys know what time I'll be going live on Sunday, depending on when I get out from the board meeting. Take care, everyone. Hold on. Juansimo Alonso says, I have a question. What is it, bro? Because I got to get going. Got to get going. We already exceeded the 2 hours I usually do. What is your question, Juansimo? Juansimo, or what is your question, bro? Let me know. You got 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. All right, you're gonna have to ask me next time, Juansimo. Oh, here we go. Juansimo, what is your favorite color? My favorite color? Black, bro. Look at my shirt. Look at my hair. My favorite color is black. You always see me wearing black, dude. You never see me. I think I might have worn a white shirt once here, maybe. I'm not too sure. But you always see me wearing black, bro. Black. I have black hair. I'm a brunette pretty much. So black always looks good on me, you know? Wicked Milk says black, of course. Take care, guys. Juansimo says, okay, later on, everyone. Enjoy your evening. Take care.